This, ladies and gentlemen, is why you should lock your base. Stumbled across this marvelous piece of loot when I was just exploring. I found this base. I was able to come back here 3 times. Because when the first time I got here, I didn't have a backpack. And then I went to my base, came back with a backpack, and took all of your good stuff. So enjoy the video. Lock your bases. I put a lock on this guy's base for him. I hope he thanks me. But plot twist, when I came back to this base the following morning, everything was gone. So I don't think this base lasted more than a day, but oh well. Enjoy me stealing all their stuff. Lock your bases.
Know that since 1970, I have been making a statement about what I understand to be what is going on. And I have been saying to people that we as black people greet each other by saying what's happening. And I say we put that greeting in the form of a question because we don't really understand yet what's going on. And so after today, I hope that we will be greeting each other by saying, you do know what's happening, don't you?
Here and go through this kind of abuse and attack that I have to go through in order to try to reunite the black man and the black woman in America based on somebody else's appeal or suggestion or anything else. See, this is a painful process, but the digestive process is threefold. You have to first take the medicine in. You have to swallow it and let the nutrients go throughout the system, and then you have to have elimination. So we're in the process of eliminations, and my lectures are a major success because we address those things. We get that pain out and we deal with the fact that our man has been hurting. Certainly we are hurting and we're all in pain, but we have to come back together on that issue and try to work it out. I don't like the picture in the book. It's an ugly picture, but we have an ugly problem that we have been turned into as a result of living here in white America. Many of us do not have knowledge or information and education that can benefit the larger community. What I'm saying is that we have mixed up our priorities. We cannot go outside the home and correct it until we correct the problems we have inside the home. So our being out of control is that we have refused to allow and accept the black man to give us any direction on anything we're doing. Just like the black man's failure and his impotence to function in this society, that's not innate. This is something that has been bred into us since we have come to this country. What we need to do now is to recognize, where we are, and for us sisters, not to fight me if you are not guilty of the things that I charge in my book. I need you to get on my side and to help me raise these other sisters.
Thomas Jefferson, and in the close of my book, the soliloquy of Thomas Jefferson was fully aware of what the impact of the long-term impact of enslavement would be on white people and black people and everybody in between that were confused. He talked about the horror associated with slave masters did, and that their children imitated the behavior among their friends and younger children that were enslaved, and that built into a sickness on the part of Europeans and a hatred and antipathy on the part of Africans. And his greatest fear is that it would end in extermination of one or the other race. He says, because God cannot side with us, meaning Europeans, in this contest. He cannot side with us, which means God will side with them. And it is only his hope. He says, indeed, I tremble for my country when I consider that God is just and that his justice cannot sleep forever. So Thomas Jefferson not only knew at the time the wrongness associated, but recognized the long-term impact that it would have clearly.